Your dog just spoke your name clearly, and the world will never be the same. One ordinary morning, the world wakes up to chaos. But not from earthquakes, not from explosions. Birds are no longer chirping, they're arguing, interrupting one another, loudly defining territory outside your window. Some demand space, others accuse humans of stealing nesting grounds. Your cat isn't meowing anymore. It's calmly explaining why it dislikes your routine, your food choices, and especially your music. Dogs begin asking why leashes exist, why freedom ends at sidewalks, why loyalty was rewarded with control. Squirrels on power lines argue about stolen acorns and unfair human expansion. Deer in suburban gardens debate migration routes blocked by highways and fences. Raccoons complain about waste systems designed without them in mind. Even insects, ants, bees, mosquitoes speak in organized, strategic sentences, coordinating like miniature governments. In a single instant, Earth's silent majority gains the one power only humans ever possessed, not trained sounds, not instinctive signals, but abstract thought, memory, emotion, intent, history. Evolution doesn't whisper this time. It announces itself. To every living thing on the planet, a new babble rises, not from humans, but from everything that was once silent. At first, humanity panics. Emergency alerts interrupt broadcasts worldwide. Scientists scramble, unable to explain how a neurological leap occurred simultaneously across species. Social media floods with recordings, animals speaking fluently, emotionally, intelligently. A parrot debates freedom of speech. A dolphin calmly describes underwater pollution humans never detected. A wolf pack discusses hunting ethics, balance, and restraint like trained philosophers. Then something unsettling happens. Animals stop talking about the world and start talking about us. They describe pain humans ignored. They recall habitats destroyed without warning. They remember suffering that was never recorded. Again and again, one question echoes: why didn't you listen before? For the first time in history, humanity is no longer the narrator of Earth. We are the subject. Within days, Earth becomes unstable, socially, ethically, politically. Squirrels demand legal ownership of parks and green spaces. Crows form aerial intelligence networks tracking urban expansion. Whales announce that shipping lanes violate their right to survival. Predators negotiate hunting zones. Prey species demand protective treaties. Entire ecosystems behave like political alliances. Human borders suddenly feel meaningless. Wolves ignore livestock fences. Elephants demand ancient migration paths restored. Rats request recognition as official urban residents. Mosquitoes argue their ecological role in population control. For the first time, humans are outnumbered, not physically, but politically. Earth becomes a negotiation table where every species speaks for survival. Humans are no longer rulers, just one voice among millions. Then comes the moment no one is prepared for. Your food speaks, a chicken explains fear, a cow recalls memories of separation. A fish describes panic as it's pulled from water. The global food industry collapses overnight. Zoos become prisons with witnesses, circuses shut down immediately. Animal testing becomes impossible because consent can now be spoken and refused. Pets ask questions humans cannot answer. Why do you love me, but eat them? Why do you protect forests, but poison oceans? Why do some lives matter more than others? Humanity faces an unbearable truth. If animals think, feel, remember, and speak, whatever made us superior? Or were we only dominant because no one could argue back? Forests organize councils, rivers demand legal rights. Insects explain how ecosystems truly function. Badgers protest deforestation. Birds explain how climate change disrupts migration. Bees openly accuse humanity of poisoning the future. Environmental laws are rewritten in real time. Entire industries shut down under animal testimony. For the first time, conservation is no longer guesswork. Endangered species explain exactly what they need to survive. And slowly, something changes. Humans begin to listen. Not out of kindness, but necessity, translation devices become normal. Animal representatives sit beside humans in global councils. Children grow up bilingual, learning both human language and interspecies speech. Scientific breakthroughs accelerate. Dolphins help map ocean currents. Elephants explain drought cycles. Birds help predict storms weeks in advance. Medicine evolves. Agriculture transforms. Cities redesign themselves to include non-human citizens. Empathy becomes humanity's most powerful technology. The planet remains dangerous. Still wild, still unpredictable, but now it is understood. Humanity is no longer alone at the top, and strangely, the world survives. Not because conflict ends, but because communication begins. The age of domination fades, the age of coexistence begins. The planet finally speaks, and humanity finally listens. If this world made you imagine, question, or feel something, then you're already part of the conversation that could reshape our future. Tell us in the comments, which animal would you talk to first, and what would you ask them? Tap like if you want to see part 2, subscribe so you never miss the next impossible scenario. And before you go, if animals gaining language shook you, wait until you see what if Earth stopped spinning for 5 minutes. Click on the next video and step even deeper into the unknown.